Hi Pisces, you are officially the first to get your reading for the month of October. So thank you so much for your patience. Let's jump straight in. You guys know that you can watch this at any time, and you actually don't need to have Pisces in your chart at all. So whoever you are, if you're listening, if this sounds like it's familiar, if it resonates, then it's for you. All right, so as I already look at this reading, I'm seeing some really responsible energy. Not saying that that's not typical of Pisces, but I'm seeing some really responsible energy coming out. What needs to be done, you're doing it. I'm seeing some mirroring here. There seems to be some type of authority figure that's actually coming across more like a principle of some ideological principle, like it's the principle of it. I'm seeing that energy being here and you becoming that energy. So it's like you're standing up on principle. So if you're a mother, for example, maybe you are taking a firm hand with your children and saying, guys, we're doing this because it's the principle of it. It just needs to be done. If you are, let's say, a young lady, let's just use this for an example. You're a young lady and you're dating or you're, seeing somebody, whatever it is, I feel that you may be in this mode where you are not giving an ultimatum, but you're standing up and you're giving a principle and you're not bending from it. And so I just see that mirroring action here. Now, notice that that energy is coming through as the Queen of Swords. Now, that's somebody who is going to cut your throat if they need to. So in a sense, that means that this is going to be somebody, if you're dealing with somebody like this, or you're that person, you're coming forward with an energy of saying, well, this is my principle and this is how it's going to be. And if you're not going to be in alignment with it, then I'm going to have to separate. I feel a card wanting to come in. I do see the Ace of Wands being that card that wants to come in. Now, the reason why that person is taking that strong-armed approach or that kind of a principled approach is, and it's very much of a principle. See how straight that energy is? It's like a line. The reason why is because this person, unbeknownst to them, or maybe they know it, they are going to be pulling together something, because I see this card connecting 1, 2, 3, 4. This is somebody who's going to be building something in the future. They're actively working towards something right now, and so whatever they're doing now is going to be in the interest of serving that foundation. Again, this person may not know that they're serving that purpose, or they may know it. If they do know it, it might be something like they're trying to build a business, or they're trying to build a good rapport amongst their students, or just whatever this is. I'm seeing that. But that being said, I'm feeling like some of you may be like, oh, I've lost my friend or my family member or my girlfriend or boyfriend. But actually, I'm seeing that this moment in time, it's like pulling this person up. They have to do that because it's they're a pillar and they're part of something that is strong, so to speak. They're a part of something larger right now. And I do see that once this Ace of Wands energy, once this responsibility that they have to do is done, then it's like you're going to have your friend back, or you're going to have your mother back, or you're going to have your partner back, or just whatever this is. This is somebody who is required to do what it is. Now, notice the energies that are being pulled up. The Four of Coins, which for a minute there came across as the Four of Cups. When Four of Cups is that energy of saying, no, thank you, no gracias, right? I'm not interested. It could also be about something that's unrequited love, if that's the case, right? But what I'm actually seeing is this person is actually busy. So you may be thinking they're thinking one way, but they're actually, imagine giving a child a chest. It looks like a treasure chest, but it's like a costume chest, or it's got like a lot of toys in it. The kid's going to be like busy looking inside, seeing what's in there. So, and I see this as their spirit guide here as well. So I'm seeing, and for some of you, this has to do with a soulmate. So you may actually be cross-watching for somebody that you're interested in. Now, their spirit is coming through as saying that the guides are working with that person. So that person is literally busy. Now, they may not be aware of this, but they're literally busy busy because they're receiving a lot of information. They need to take notes. They need to learn. A lot of them may be really feeling very exhausted. They may not be feeling up to play as much. And that's because their guides may be telling them to go to bed early and things like that. But of course, if you, depending on how aware your friend or your family member or your partner is, they are going to know this or they're not going to know this. They're just going to be like, oh, I'm so tired, I'm going to go to bed early. But if they're more aware and in touch with their energy and whatnot, they'll be like, oh yeah, my guides keep telling me to go to bed early. I think they want to give me a download tonight. Boom, that's it, right? And that's how transparent this process can be if you can tap into your sense of self-awareness. Okay, so either way, Spirit is saying they've disconnected and they're not available at this time. In fact, here's them in this chariot moving forward. Now, yes, they're reminding me this could very well be you, the viewer watching, right? So this is a process that if you haven't started this process yet, you might start to notice it happening. And some of you may already be in the middle of this process, and you may be actually wanting to go back and join your friend and hang out, but you have to work. Notice here, this is sink or swim situation. Your spirit guides are priming you to be in a position where you can put your best foot forward, where you can survive, where you can thrive, where you can be ready for the next age, the golden age, let's put it that way. Otherwise, look at what you're going to get. You know, maybe because you're not paying much attention, right? I also see the Four of Wands here. This Four of Wands here, though, as much as I would love to say it's a wedding, because it obviously is a wedding, for some of you, it could be love, God bless. And you know, the Four of Wands is like the happy marriage card. It's a great card to get in the love reading. I'm seeing this as, I'm getting towards VCR. So I'm seeing this also as collaboration. So this is about you getting primed in order to be able to stand up amongst others, other giants, so to speak. So let's say this is you putting in the research, being moved to take care of business on your end, so that when you start to collaborate and you partner with people down the line to do whatever it is that you're doing, let's say if you're a spiritual worker, or let's say if you're going to be joining an executive level, or if you're joining a staff of people, this is about you being able to come in on the foundation of your own authority. They're saying there's going to be plenty of time to play, right? Look at this Three of Cups. This is camaraderie. This is coming back together. This is revival is what they're saying. So this is them saying that, you know, all is not lost. You know, maybe you're off doing your thing, but there's going to be some type of commiserating. They're saying again, they're saying that like in a like mischief makers, you mischief makers in a fun way, right? Double trouble, like if you see two best friends coming down the road, oh, here comes double trouble. It's like something like that. They're just making a joke. But going back to this work that you're going to be doing, this is about you growing and maturing. I see some ancestral energies coming in as well. I see a lot of fairy action as well. The fairies are coming through, showing, I don't want to say the lower dimensions, because obviously their dimension is higher than ours. It's higher than the third dimension, let's put it that way. But in the lower energy, lower dimensions, I don't see like, oh, here come the fairies from the 12th dimension, the 14th. Like, I'm just saying that's what I meant by lower. It's not diminutive in any way, but I see them occupying and helping to hold space in the lower dimension, in the higher but lower of the higher dimensions for you to do your work, right? They're showing a force field. They're creating a force field around you. For some of you guys, this force field is going to be so strong that it literally manifests as a new home. It could be a new house. It could be a new apartment. Now, what does that look like to you? The cute, super duper adorable, maybe not so connected person, if this is you, you're gonna be like, oh my god, I just moved to this new house. Oh my god, I moved to this new apartment. Oh my god, I'm so happy. Wow. Oh my god, guys, I think there are fairies here, because I don't know why, but I just keep finding buttons, or now I just keep like seeing things around and like, whoa, what if they're fairies? Because outside there's a lot of grass and I just feel like they are. Or I dreamt of a fairy last night. And that would be the less aware one, like not being so aware. But if you are more aware, then again, using the comparison, just like they did underneath this card, the comparison is going to be like, oh, you know what? Oh my gosh, guys, I totally know that the fairies have led me to this place because their stamps are all over here. And I don't know what they want to work on, but they clearly want to work on something with me, because they've brought me to this place. And I know that the energetic exchange, I'm getting this home, they must want me to get to work. because I have to do something. So that would be more of a self-aware kind of, energetically self-aware kind of reflection upon what's going to be happening for you in this new location, wherever you are going. But I do see a lot of fairy helpers, or helpers from the Fae realm, helping you with that. I see also that there's going to be a lot of commitment, is what I'm getting for somebody who needs to hear that. There's going to be a lot of commitment. So if you're afraid that you're going to be venturing out into some type of therapy for somebody, there's therapy, like maybe you're going to be working with other therapists to give services, or you may be seeking therapy, but need not be. Spirit is saying that there's going to be a lot of protection and a lot of commitment. So this is not you going in and then all of a sudden the partners fall out, and then hey, what's going on, like, oh my gosh, I thought we were all going into this together, I invested, and now people are pulling out of the project, or people are pulling. It's not even going to be like that. It's built in that you're going to have protection. Okay, you're going to have commitment in that sense. So I do see like a nice little canopy above you. So if you're worried about starting something and being a little bit out of your element, don't be, because you're fully cared for, because we see these beautiful fairies holding that force field for you, and then there's a nice force field of protection over you as well. Now, the reason why, I love how they brought it back around. Now, here's something you might not want to hear, God bless, but listen, Spirit is saying that there are going to be some things that you're going to need to work through. That's why the Queen of Swords has the sword. The Queen of Swords is not here to bat down and her friends and family. She's here to cut down those things within her that are coming up, that are ready to be released. Now, when I say cut down, I don't mean in a violent way. Of course, this is about integration, right? But this is about facing your fears. This is the Death card coming through with some Nine of Swords energy. Nine of Swords energy, where you have these sleepless nights, you've got these nightmares and whatnot. However, it's minus the nightmarish aspect, and that's why it's coming across in the Death card to kind of show this pulling back of the curtain, looking at what's behind the curtain. So Spirit is saying, get ready to do some work. This is hard work coming up, because if you want to get to this completion of your cycle as the Chariot, as opposed to this broken down situation in the Ten of Swords. In both cases, some cycles have ended, right? But you want to be coming out on top of the water or underneath the water, right? If you want to do that, Spirit is saying, then you have to face your fears. And so they've created the situation. I'm getting the word compendium for whatever reason. That's for somebody. We're going to go ahead with that. But they've created this situation for you to be able to hash it out, for you to release as much as you can, and you're safe in the way that you do it, because people aren't going to abandon you, they're not going to cut you down, they're not going to leave you, and you're not going to be left out in the cold, you're not going to, all of that is there. And, it looks like there are going to be quite a few things for you to work through. However, I do see that once you get into that place and you've worked through that stuff, I see you getting into magician mode. However, I feel the magician card pulling itself away from you a bit, which is telling me that the magician energy doesn't want to come in as yet. Now, not to get you guys excited, but for somebody here, this magician is actually low-key referring to divine masculine. That's definitely the energy, but he's like, I'm not coming in. See how he's trying to jump this little place here? Sir, you can't go anymore to the side. We know you're not coming in yet. So this person is definitely primed, but so they're in your life, they're around, they're blah blah blah, but I see that they're occupied in their own way. I see 3 little mice here. They've got some stuff to work through. But I do feel that they are going to kind of stay a little bit off to the side, focusing on them until you're done. Alrighties, so let's see, 13 minutes. Wow, I feel like I've done like so much in this reading, and it's only been 13 minutes. Now at the bottom of the deck, we have this Lovers. Ooh, but now, why are we getting the Lovers card? Don't get excited, but I was just going to say it's not necessarily love, but the card right underneath there is the Two of Cups. What are we talking about, right? Now, it's not necessarily love, right? Because this is all about making peace. So we have the Lover's card in the sense of you needing to make peace with something inside of you. This is about you needing to integrate the beast within. And of course we have the Two of Cups, which could be about partnerships. It's about union. It's about coming together, of course. And Spirit is saying, how can you give of your cup if your cup is running over with all sorts of stuff on the inside? Sorry, I keep moving. You know, this camera keeps moving, but look, hey, at least I have a camera. Amen, right? This is about counting our blessings. Yay. So let's go ahead and draw some cards from oh wait, I guess it just flipped over. The Tower card. Bum bum bum. Okay, Tower card. Somebody. Okay. Okay, what I'm seeing here, and I kid you not, I can't make this up. Look at this, bottom of the deck and the bottom of the deck over here. All right. Spirit's trying to say something. Let's take a look. I don't know why, but the number 15 totally gives me, it was just 15. I just saw 15 in the timing. 15 minutes, 15 seconds now. The number 15 kind of gives me King of Coins feelings, King of Pentacles feelings. Now we have a message coming through. Spirit is saying, now let's talk about Queen of Swords as being the one to cut a connection. Now, what kind of King of Pentacles are you dealing with? This is the lesson here because we have the Tower crossing the partnerships. Spirit is saying, what kind of partnership do you have? It could be, it doesn't have to be love relation, right? You could, in both cases, you have somebody giving to you. But in the one case, in the one hand, we have the Seven of Swords coming through underneath this one, but it's coming through with the Ace of Coins, right? So there's this idea of somebody giving you something, and we have this Seven of Swords, and then we have the Ace of Coins. So it's kind of like, is this person, is there, you received something, but is there deceit inside of this? Let's hold on, we'll draw a card on that, right? Because if we see the Moon card come up about that, right, then maybe you're looking wrong. At the same time, we have, look, the King of Pentacles, and underneath that we have the Knight of Cups and the Six of Cups. So Spirit is saying, look at the energies of when you receive something. So let's say you receive something from somebody, some news or something, right? You have to discern when it comes to breaking this down because, okay, they're saying you have to be responsible with your Queen of Swords energy. You have to be responsible with your Queen of Swords energy. So you can't cut people down or cut situations down because they're saying that, let's say somebody does offer you something, could be love, it could be information, it could be whatever. But if it comes with the deception, sure, you're still going to learn something, right? And of course, you'd cut this person out of your life, or you would remove them or remove the influence, but you're still going to learn something. But at the same time, look, here's even the Ace of Swords, the King of Swords with his sword right underneath the Seven of Swords deception card. But the other thing they're saying is you also have to see when you get something, how is it given? Is it given with good intention? Is it given with love? Is there friendship underneath there? In which case we see that falling on top of the Chariot card, moving forward. So this is about discernment. This is about not, not getting all into defensive mode. So this is about being responsible with your Queen of Swords energy. Alrighty, Poos? So that's what Spirit is saying. Now, for those of you who do end up cutting someone out of your life and they've been deceitful and whatnot, of course you're going to have some time where you're the Hermit, but Spirit is saying that justice will come in that situation for you. Here I see where we have the King of Pentacles bringing something for you and out of friendship and this and that. Now it could be still painful because I see this Four of Cups here, right? And I'm hearing the words force, right? This Four of Cups here. But I wanted to see the Eight of Pentacles working on it, wanted to come in, but maybe it doesn't. Oh, that's why. Okay, I get it. Because maybe there's something you need to work on, but you don't want to work on it. That's why we have the Four of Cups here, which is the no thank you card, and followed by, it came out with the Eight of Pentacles, which means working on something, but they're having me remove it from the deck. And the two cards that come up after that is this, Three of Wands, waiting. and the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands that I'm getting is coming across as defensiveness. So maybe somebody gives you something, right? Or tells you something about yourself, and you don't want to do the work. You don't want to change, right? You want to kind of hold on and wait and just like not do the work. Of course, you might be defensive about the message, and you may be in this Four of Cups energy, like, I don't want to hear it. But Spirit is saying in that case that Spirit is saying in that case that you have a choice. Two of Wands, it's about making a decision. You have literally coming out with the Seven of Cups. You have a choice with how to receive whatever it is that was given to you. Again, this doesn't have to be information. It could be a connection. You know how it is for you. If it resonates with you, it's going to resonate. And if it doesn't, then, maybe it wasn't your message. God bless. But Spirit is saying that you have a choice. And so that's kind of a message coming through when it comes to the Queen of Swords energy in this month. Because I remember when we started off this reading, it was about I'm getting the words moving you. It was about moving you somewhere. It's moving you along your path. It's moving you to grow, right? But again, I saw reconnection here. So you want to be careful with burning your bridges, because if the reconnection is here, but yet you're wielding the Queen of Swords energy, male or female, doesn't matter, in a way that's kind of like too much. Spirit is saying to watch that. Here we have the Three of Cups again, right? With the Eight of Wands. So I do see connection happening at a fast rate when justice is done, has come in, when the scales are balanced, and we have the wheel of the year. So time passing, and then just, I guess the star is feeling like a new hope, a new energy altogether, right? So in either case, yeah, girl, me, has to go. I have to go because it's 20 minutes, almost 21 minutes now. And Pisces, great job for you guys. I'm going to be working backwards. So the next one I'm going to do, dear God, is going to be Aquarius. I'm actually traveling right now. So I need time. I just need time to sit in a room by myself and just pump out everything, in addition to my 40-hour work week. But I am doing this. I love this job. And so just know that you guys are getting your reading first for the month of October, and it has been my pleasure. Mwah.